Hi, Jackie here, showing a layout for Hey Little Magpie using Elle Studio monthly kit and add-ons for June 2024. I'm just going quickly through the June 2024 collection, and I will add a link in the description box below to all these products. So I wanted to use the summer ledger paper that was released in June, and I wanted to back my two photographs in the green ledger paper as I show you here, but it looked like there's too much ledger papers going on, so I went to my stash and I had the distressed solid papers and decided to back them in this green. Now some of them was half cuts, just bits and pieces, but I was able to make them fit with a slight border around each photograph. I'd chosen two of the journaling tags, and I'd put one at the bottom and one at the top. Both had stars, so I thought my embellishment will be star clusters. Then I wanted to use this lovely set of, I think it's called Sunburst stamps. So I've just marked the background 6x8 sheet of where I want the stamps to be. And you'll see me in a minute, I'll actually stamp in the middle of which we over covered. Before I do that, when I take all my new stamps off a sheet, I always rub them over with a wet wipe just to get any residue off to make them stamp clearly. So here I am, I'm just stamping a couple of times into the centre of my cardstock before I start stamping around the edges where I'd made the little pencil lines, so that when I put the full sheet down, or the 6x8 sheet down, some of they just poke round out at the edges. So I'm just eyeing up where I can add some extra. And with this one, you'll see that I add a bit more on the top, but obviously you don't see that I've double stamped it, if you will. You just see the edge of it peeking through. So that's done, and I use Tumble Grass Distress Oxide. So now I'm sticking my base sheet down onto my cardstock, using my ruler just to make sure I've got it all straight. It never looks straight to me, but I am using my ruler to make sure it's all down. And then I am going to add some 3D foam to the right hand photograph, the one with just the lake. Now I decided that it looked too bland, it needed something to help the photographs pop. So I had this dark blue from the Distress Solids pack, and I did cut it down so it's slightly larger than my two photographs together, but I still wasn't happy with that. So I did another full sheet and I cut it lengthways this time, and so it hung over the main sheet, as you can see here. So there it is, what it's in position. I'm happy with that. Then I just thought I'll just add a little bit detail to the right hand side. Just cut a little pennant shape out of the side, and that can go down there. And I'm happy with that it's got sort of a base. The two cards go top and bottom as shown. Now I add some dimensional foam pads to the back. You can find these in the Hey Little Magpie shop. I will leave a link to those below. I think they come in 3 different sizes now, and these are the medium ones I'm using today. Now positioning my dark blue piece over the top, again using my ruler to make sure it's as straight as I can be. And I was just checking that the bottom was straight as well. It didn't look straight, but it was. Just tidying up, I hadn't cut it properly. And the photograph of me, I'm put it flat onto the page, and obviously the photograph with the actual lake is raised up. I had the tag upside down. If stars are meant to be at the top, but I thought they don't. It looks universal, so you can put it either way, and slightly offset and lower the photograph of the lake, tucking in the top one with the star journaling tag into the top. Now I think off camera I had no. So I just go through the little punch out pieces that you get with the monthly kit, and I chose all the blue elements to it. So I wanted to as I'd gone for blue now, I based it all on blue. I wanted to use all the blue tones. So here I am, just trying to figure out where I'm going to put all these little punch out pieces. A lot of them don't make it to the page. The one at the top of my photograph says around here, so, and it points towards the lake, so that was a good indicator. Now, using the cut apart tag sheets, I just cut apart and use 3 of the tags that are the blue tones around the layout, around my photograph and the layout, and I just tuck them in, 1 at the bottom and 2 at either side. Just tucking them in, and as I don't put adhesive to the edges of my layouts, it's easy just to slide them in without any problems. So I get the sticker sheet, this chipboard phrase sticker sheet, and I wanted to use some of these phrase stickers, but none of them was suitable. And of course I wanted to use blue ones, but they didn't have any blue ones. So now I've used the offcuts of the backing paper that I've backed onto behind my photographs. I've just had a small piece, two small pieces left, and I've just cut some circles. So these circles will be going around my layout where I've put those labels, and there'll be the grounding for a few embellishments that I'm going to do. You'd notice that one of them was only half punched out, but as it's tucking in, it doesn't make any difference, you wouldn't know. Off camera, I had added the word park walk. I have changed it towards the end, and I've called it a park walk. And I've just added those at the top of the layout. And then I wanted some other embellishments, so I went through my collection, and I found this adventure sticker sheet, which is an old one. I think it's about 2, maybe 3 years old, and I just got 1 or 2 embellishments off there. The chipboard piece on the right hand side it says enjoying that great outdoors, and then there was 2 like thin border strips that I've used, 1 at the bottom which I cut in half and used either side of the bottom journaling card, and I used a grey one to the left hand side of the photograph, again just tucking it in. Then I went through and I found some stars. As there was stars on the 2 journaling cards I used, I just wanted to use stars dotted around the page. So where my green circles are, I end up putting a cluster of 3 stars. They might have been chipboard and, they were chipboard and puffy sticker ones. Now I've come to use my one of the new sets. This one is let's see what it's called. This one is called a Summer's Day stamp set. And it's got some phrases on that I've just used. I've just got the even there stamp phrases, and I've stamped it 3 times around the page. And then when I've noticed that I've covered a lot of the sunburst design up, so using a piece of photocopy paper, I've just ripped it in half and used it as a mask. So now I can stamp it in place, and it just looks like it was stamped previously, and it doesn't affect the photograph or the pattern papers. It just really stamps the edges, so it looks like it was there before. It just did that little bit of extra detail, so there's more of the sunburst pattern pointing out behind the layout. Again, I've used the tumble glass distress oxide. So now I want to use some of these JD3D wood elements. So I've chosen the word wander, a camera, and a set of the sunglasses. So I've just using my Nouveau Drops glue, and I've just added them 3 points over the layout. I think off camera, I think I'd do my journaling. I write my journaling in the bottom. Oh, I've write it in the two places, the bottom bit and the bottom journaling card and the top journaling card. And that is my layout for today. Here are a few close-ups. All the products I've used can be found in the description box below. Please like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back soon. Thank you.